Lisa is with us in Tampa, Florida. Hi, Lisa. How are you?
Hi, Dave and Rachel. Hope you're having a blessed day.
We are. How can we help?
Yeah. I'm about 60 and my husband is too. And we've been FPU coordinators. I could do a commercial for you for about 7 years.
Thank you.
And it's been such a blessing to us. And, you know, I can testify we've seen lives changed really forever. And because of your teachings, my husband and I are heading into retirement looking pretty darn good. And we had a 15-year mortgage, and our house was going to be paid off 6.5 years early next year.
Yay!
Wow. It's awesome.
So I'm so excited about that. But as we're heading into retirement, this is my question, Dave. I have two very dear friends who have pointed me in the direction. I'm interviewing two financial advisors, and they have very different opinions. You know, with us being 60, one says a trust is good. The other says I wouldn't do a trust if you have beneficiaries. And one says, well, let's put some of your money into annuities. And the other one says, I don't like annuities. Because right now my money, a lot of it's in the stock market. And we're just looking to get a little, different opinion and maybe get some of it a little less aggressive. So okay. What do you think?
Are either one of them SmartVestor Pros?
I don't know if they are.
Well, then they're not.
My friends recommended them.
Then they're not. Okay. So the first thing I would tell you is get a third opinion, and that's get with a SmartVestor Pro off our website. Okay. And that's not just to send you to them for business. That's not the point. The point is what you're running into is a philosophical problem that the financial world has. And the financial world is taught to be arrogant. They're taught to tell you what to do because you don't have a brain. And then roll their eyes, in a sense, if you don't do it. Instead, what we teach you, and you know this from Financial Peace University, is your job as the owner of the money, the manager of the money for God, is to get someone with the heart of a teacher, and then you learn what the options are. And I don't care what they say. You have enough information that you decided, based on the information you gathered, whether this is right for you. So what is your net worth?
We have saved now about $750,000.
Excellent. I don't know why you would need any annuities in that, personally. Okay? The only advantage that the annuity gives you is the variable annuity gives you is it can give you a guarantee of principal if the market turns down, and it can give you a guaranteed floor on the rate of return. But as you know from Financial Peace University, we don't teach variable annuities unless your house is paid off, unless everything's maxed out, and then unless you are really worried about one of those two things, inordinately worried about it, because you're going to pay an extra fee for the annuity, and your money's going to be trapped yet again. And so
that's what I didn't like about it. It's going to be trapped.
Yeah, again. It was to start with in retirement, and now it's trapped again. And so I'm 60. I don't have a dime in annuities because I'm very comfortable with market fluctuations. I'm very comfortable with principal fluctuations on my accounts. They're not going to make or break me. They're not going to make or break you. You're millionaires, and you're going to do fine. Okay, so I do utilize trusts, but only for estate planning purposes, because my net worth is in excess of $25 million, and that's the only time you get into net worth issues with estate planning, meaning the federal estate tax does not kick in until then.
Okay.
And so I've had to utilize some of them, and I'm also using them in a couple of places just for risk management. And the last piece I'm using a trust for is the transfer of this company to the kids.
Is it true what he says though about the trust that if you have beneficiaries you don't really need a trust?
Well, it depends on what you're using the trust for. You can use a trust for saving money on estate taxes. You don't need it for that. You can use a trust to execute your wishes. If you have beneficiaries in a will, you don't need it for that.
Right.
The only thing it could save you, you're in what state? Florida. I don't think you've got much of a probate tax in Florida. I don't remember. But your state probate tax, it might save you a little bit on that. It's not worth the cost or the hassle to run your life out of a trust. I wouldn't do it.
Right.
So
Okay,
two strikes.
yes.
Two strikes against
Yeah,
whoever
I
said
didn't
those
like
two
the
things.
annuity, and I didn't. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
But the
what I
point
thought.
is, I want you to get with somebody where you learn, and you're not even doing what Dave Ramsey says. You're doing what Lisa knows to do. And Rachel, it's just so important to get your hands around it. You and Winston make your own decisions. You don't come ask me what to do.
No. In fact, I tried to ask you once, and you're like, you guys go figure it out. I was like, no, really, tell me what to do. But no, there's something really, truly about understanding the entire process and sitting down and doing that. And like he said, but it's true, like that you make the decision that you're comfortable with, because the moment you start to be uncomfortable is when I think anxiousness comes in, right? Some anxiety and like, oh, I don't know about the future. Did I make the right decision? To be confident in the decisions you're making.
George told me
is get out the facts. Yeah.
And I don't ever want to care what George told me. So even with a medical doctor, Sharon makes fun of me because I question him. I question everybody. It's like, you need to tell me why you're doing this. I'm not going to just trust you because you got a white coat. You got to tell me why we're doing what we're doing. A lawyer. This is the way to go. Okay, why? I'm giving you a lot of money here to teach me why I'm going to take this legal action.
And I think the reason people don't is it's intimidating to admit, hey, I don't know what's going on. So I feel safer just saying, you just take care of it. Okay, right? Digging into all the details. It's intimidating, but you have to be able to get the answers you need and you want for your life.
Well, you don't have peace if you don't. If you don't make the decision, you don't get peace.
Yeah.
If someone else makes your decisions, you don't get peace, and you don't get the results. On the extreme, this is how these athletes lose all their money. These actors lose all their money. They give it to a guy. And then they go, where'd my $100 million go? I have no money. Because the guy screwed off with the money, freaking Bernie Madoff or something, right? And so you don't turn your money you earned over to someone else. You use them to teach you. And you make the decision. They might implement it with you because they brought a good idea and that's your financial person now.
Right.
But you don't put money in something you don't understand. And Lisa, you're going to do great with this. You've done so good. I'm so proud of you. Millionaires, way to go. Everyday millionaires right there, talking to them and teaching FPU 7 of the years. That's awesome, man. Very, very cool.